Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Ruben Neves. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nicely weighted ball. Some good work on the right flank here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah.
Big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great vision. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Messi. Pull it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Caught offside that time. Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Real chance! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bullet! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vieira! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Vieira really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Big header! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 14 minutes is number 11.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And here's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary. First quarter of an hour gone. Law, he might be shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Law actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played through for the wide man. De Bruyne. And they can counter here. Mbappe is onto this. De Bruyne. Law. Nesta spots it and intercepts. And claimed it back swiftly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Messi. And a chance! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that's going to be a goal kick. Scholes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hullet is on his own. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
De Bruyne.
FC Tulsa are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
That's a sharp pass. And here's Hullet. De Bruyne. Law. Can he get on the end of this? Scholes. And it's Hullet. To Messi. Law. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. Hullet. Looking to play him in. And he cuts out the supply. Ruben Neves. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And that should get the job done. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Messi. And it's Messi. Caresses it through. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Law. Messi. Mbappe! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Shot a goal! They've scored! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Still trying to make a game of this. No, that's been intercepted. Messi. And it's Messi. Nicely worked. He's having a go! Always going over the top.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
That's a sharp pass. He's had it taken off him. Decent chance!
Added time.
This possibly the last play of the half. That's rather hopeful. And he was quick to react. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's done very well to take... And the finish! He's on it, and again! Oh, that's well spotted. It's a threatening ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
FC Tulsa are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Children's announcement.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Here we go again. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And this is Messi. Law goes steaming forward. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bullet. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi! Looking for the run, and this is Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. There's the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's in a great position here. Messi finds himself offside. And this is Messi. And he's intervened well there. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rijkaard. And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he get it through?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out to the right. Great ball, and he's in here. Bullet! In he goes again! Oh, taken with style! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ruben Neves. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Ambitious ball here. Header! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Vieira. Strokes it back. Knocks it into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Nesta. Davids. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Messi has it in a wide position. Bullet gets into some space. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Goes for a shot! It's there! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Law tries to play it, takes a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
It's their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. Ibrahimovic. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good alertness. Khan gets it away. Nesta. And it's Beckham. The ball has bounced loose now. It's gone out for a throw-in. "75 minutes played. Ruben Neves. Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's tried one! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
And the shot! Mbappe. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Somalia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Messi. Now can he find a finish? Nicely shaped ball. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Messi. It's goals! Keeper always had the measure of that.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He gets big! And that has flown over.
There will be 3 minutes added
Probing
time.
pass. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
Today that smoking
Ibrahimovic,
is only allowed
a
in areas
huge
shown in this
performance,
map. Thank
answering
you for
the
your
call.
cooperation.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And already we're underway here.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class.
And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Messi, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Messi, threads one in. Great ball, and he's in here. Big chance! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Beckham. Played in deep.
He rises!
Superb goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So we have a break.
Oh! They've scored!
And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. Look at them. Messi gets through on his own. Shot, surely! He has done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that was as close to certain as can be.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal come?
Good effort from distance. Law tries to pass it through. And he's there to retrieve it. Lovely pass. Can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved better.
Messi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. It's just beyond his reach. There will be a throw-in. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi.
And he was quick to react. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And with that, great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. And this is Messi. And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now he's off and running. And this is Hullet. And he's running through. Hullet! Superb from Hullet! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And yet again, they steal back into the lead. Extraordinary stuff. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Law receives it. And Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. And the shot's on here. Decent chance! And it's come back out to him. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's got tall. Clear away. And now a sudden oh, he's been caught napping. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. It's a searching pass. And the finish! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And now he has two. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Maldini spots it and
There will be 3
intercepts.
minutes at a time.
Davids. And this is Ibrahim. Chance for a shot! Messi. Law. Ruben Neves. That's a good ball out wide. No, he's not getting his way this time. Pull it. Now it's Messi. And that's been intercepted. And the first 45 minutes are up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
It is quite a game, breathless and
Please
laced
turn your
with
attention
excitement.
to the screen for information provided by the local police.
And that's the second half started. Ibrahimovic.
Knocks it into space.
Ruben Neves. Mbappe. Now it's Messi.
Tries to play it through.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Out to the right.
Cleared without hesitation.
Messi.
Well timed, excellent interception.
And it's Hullet. Now it's Messi.
Looking for the run. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
De Bruyne.
Oh, well measured.
Oh, what? There's the shot! And it's in! What a turn of events! We have a match here, all right. It is an epic.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
And that means just one thing.
Messi! And yes, it's there!
And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're...
And Messi! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Can he get it through? Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
And he's intervened well there.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Rijkaard.
Yeah, that looks a decent ball. It's come to nothing.
Deftly away.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And this is Messi. Hullet. Mbappe. Now it's Messi.
Great vision. And he's in on goal. And a chance!
Howson attempts a clearance. Mbappe.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
But they should have done a lot better there. The final ball was...
Messi! Really well taken goal. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has...
Messi, and Messi! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. That has been slung wide. He gets big! And that has faded wide. Oh, there's a probing ball. Beckham. 75 minutes played. Scholes. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Scholes. Davids. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Casillas. And this is Messi. Ruben Neves. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Messi looking for options for movement. De Bruyne. Can he get on the end of this? And he's quick to get it clear again. Ruben Neves, who's set up one goal so far.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Out towards the flank. And he's straight offside. Costa Curta. Ah, he's given it away. And this is Beckham. That's going to go a long way. Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Goes for a shot! So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And the number on the board is 3. Mbappe is having the time of his life here. Costa Curta cuts it out. And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.